YouTubers, subscribers, and friends. I'm out here working on my 72 Camaro, and I wanted to take the dash cluster out, which you have to take out this first because it's a 72. There's only one screw right here in the corner there. That's the only one that held this instrument cluster cover in. And nothing held this in because all the tabs are broken. The only thing that was held in was the speedometer cable and the main power plug, which are right here. Speedometer cable and this power plug, that's the only thing that's holding that in. So the reason I took this out was because trying to figure out why the fuel gauge doesn't work. And this clock doesn't work. It was set for 120, and I took this plastic cover off. What you do with, you take off all these little bolts around the outside, and then this whole plastic cover, which is part of this black piece here, comes off. And then each one of these are separate underneath. And this fuel gauge was all the way down here, and I also wanted to test to see if this fuel gauge would work, if that was the problem I was having. And I connected it to, this moves it to the right. This is the ground, this is power, and this is power. And this moves the gauge over to the right, and this one moves it to the left, so it worked. And the way the speedometer cable, this clip right here, let me see if I clean my lens here. The way you get it out is, it was very hard. I have to take this piece out down here, which is underneath the under the steering wheel. You don't have to drop the steering wheel, because once you take this piece out, you can get your hands up underneath and then reach in behind where the speedometer cable is and push with one finger, and then push that way, and the speedometer cable will come out. What I'm talking about is this right here. You push that down, and what that does is release the cable, and as you push it with one finger like that, you can grab it and pull the cable out, which I couldn't find anything on YouTube. Once I took that cover out over there and saw this, I could not get it out of the dash here because I couldn't get underneath here because of this piece down there that goes underneath the steering wheel. Like I said, there's a steering wheel that allows you to have room to put your hand up, like I said, under there, and then you can grab the speedometer cable and push with your finger, or whatever finger you have free, push that clip back, and then this will slide right off very easily, and then that gives you room to pull the cluster out to where you can get to the cluster plug here and the lighter plug here, which is connected to the lighter plug over here. The lighter, which also works, connects to here. And there's nothing connected to this piece there at all, and that's the defroster thing. What was connected on this side is the headlight switch and the power connector for the blower, which on this side. So that was easy to take off. You can see it's easily put back in. But this is 72, almost 40-year-old. It was like what, 38-year-old vehicle. All the screws were missing to hold it in, except for that one. Like I said, just one was holding it in, so that explains why it vibrates so much. Also, when you're taking this cluster off, there is the like a ground wire here that connects to the steering column, and I didn't know it at first because all I saw was this here, and I was wondering what was keeping me from pulling it out. It's this that connects to your steering column. As we can see, steering column. There's a little screw around here somewhere. Oh, I must have not put it back in, but it's connected up there somewhere. I have to find it. But once you get those connected out, then you can tilt the steering wheel down, and it will pull out. And you have to like tilt it and pull it out. But this dash ain't even bolted in, as you can see. So I took that out because I wanted to, like I said, test that fuel gauge. I set that fuel gauge back, put this clock at 12 o'clock, and before I took this out, I wanted to test the fuel sending unit to see if I was getting power back here, which is this wire right here in the trunk, and you can see it goes right here, and there's the wire right here. This goes to the sending unit, and I tested it, and I got power going back to this plug here, to switch here, so that means I got power going to the sending unit. So which means I'm going to have to drop the gas tank, which is just about empty. I got about a quarter of a quart of gas in this tank. I just have to drop these straps here. There's one here and there's one on the other side, and this front end will drop down and allow me to get to the sending unit. But right now I'm putting the gauge back in, because I know it's not the gauge, because like I said, I tested and it works. This gauge right here on eBay is like almost 300 bucks just for this style of gauge, and that's for a used one. If I want to go to digital, make it all digital, it's like 800 bucks. But this is just this was a daily driver. I still drive it, but I won't know how fast I'm going. But runs and drives good. It's got a new interior in it and everything. 350 motor with a 4-barrel carburetor, Edelbrock carburetor, 350 trans automatic, 3-speed. But there you have it. That's what I'm doing today, my project. And I'm gone. Get gone.